What color is
it?
It's teal. It's technically teal.
Teal aqua.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the red, orange, red.
Yeah. Look, if it's off the Roy G. Biv, I don't quite know all the colors. South Alabama starters.
That's great.
Jaden Cooper, Chase Harris, Hans Lewis June, Adam Olson, Randy Brady. Starting 5 for South Alabama. And they'll go up against that man-to-man. There's Chase Harris. Nice pass inside of Randy Brady off the glass and in. Starters for Coastal Carolina, they go with A.J. Dantzler, Rashid Jones, Nadjrick Peat, Josh Beadle, and Reggie Hill.
South Alabama with some pressure in the backcourt. I think on made baskets, you will see South maybe try to pressure and wear this Coastal team down.
They'll start from three-point range, and they'll hit from three-point range. Dantzler, first shot is good, and the Chanticleers have their first lead.
He's a big key tonight because he can score it. He also can score it from the mid-range game, and I think you'll see him pop in and out of the zone. Dantzler making that first shot gives him confidence, which is good for the Chanticleers.
There's Olson. Doesn't go inside very often. Misses that, but there's Randy Brady. My goodness, what a job he does on the offensive boards.
Man, he has just been having to play so much bigger since Peyton Law and the injury earlier in the season, and he has settled in. He's a matchup problem on offense. Oh, hit the brakes, partner!
They'll fly right by. Chase Harris got a little smile on his face after that one. 4-3 Jags.
And he was in foul trouble in the last outing. J.J. Wheat, who we'll see later, came in great minutes from Cooper and also from Wheat. Harris had 13 minutes in the last game. The Jags showed they can win without him on the floor.
Dantzler absorbs a little contact from Harris, gets it back. He'll drive the lane. Nice dish inside, but Hans Lewis June, good defense. South Alabama takes it away, and Coastal Carolina tried to do the same, but Jaden Cooper able to track it down. Olson open for three, and no good. He was open, but couldn't get it to go down.
He's open, good look. You'll take that all day long if you're South.
2 minutes in here in Mobile. Good conference matchup here. Jags with Coastal Carolina here tonight. Georgia State coming in Saturday. They're also hovering around the top half of the Sun Belt Conference standings.
It looks like Coastal's trying to get this ball pitched and then attack late in the shot clock. It's mainly a 4-1 zone, if you will, stopping all penetration. The one-on-one post-up opportunities down low on Brady is what Coastal's looking for Peat. And look at that shot fake. Get to 2 feet out there, young kids.
I like the smile at the end. Shot clock's down to 5. Coastal's got to hurry. Outside Jones, he'll give it up.
He can make that.
But he doesn't.
Not that one.
An air ball from Reggie Hill. And now the Jags trying to lengthen the lead. Harris outside to Olson.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Three-pointer, no good.
Keep shooting.
And he will. Olson is not discouraged by misses. He will fire it anywhere, anytime. That's what you want, that mentality of a shooter.
Great.
Taken away inside. Jags do not have the numbers. Olson created some space. There's Randy Brady. He can hit the three and misses. So South Alabama cold outside the arc. They're 0 for 3.
Cold outside the arc. And you saw the transition defense last time when Beadle attacked. Good job by South Alabama getting back and stopping transition. Back and forth, both teams trying to figure each other out a little bit early.
There's boxers in the first round trying to circle each other in the ring and see where the weaknesses are. Inside-out motion, there's Rashid Jones for 3, no good. Good offensive board, though, by Reggie Hill, who skies up there and gets it. Another opportunity, Beadle, no good. They'll go off the rim and out of bounds, and South Alabama will control. So the shots 1 for 3 outside the arc. Jags 0 for 3. See our first substitutions here. Derek Green coming in for Coastal Carolina.
Speaking of offensive rebounding, that is what Green is a specialist at. And you see a little physical contact early, but that's one focus that Coach Richie Riley has got to keep his eye on is the offensive glass. South's got to keep the Chanticleers off, going big early.
Rashid Jones with a great block from behind. Ball goes out of bounds, unable to handle the pass as A.J. Dantzler. A little miscommunication. Dantzler was drifting to the corner, and Jones didn't think he was.
Game a little choppy so far, starting out midweek.
Jags coming off the win over James Madison. Coastal beats Southern Mississippi. Adam Olson misfires for a 3rd time outside the arc.
The old announcer's jinx talking about the top of the key.
Although I'm going to pin that on you. You're the one that was talking
It was
about
all
it
me.
the most,
I mean,
right?
he's been making a lot of them from out there. I think we'll see him make a couple, though. But see, it's just you're not used to the pressure that comes at you if you're Coastal or a lot of Sun Belt teams against this South zone.
Well, we got the media timeout. 15:48 to go first half. It's 4-3 South Alabama with the early lead.
I'll have the burger. Actually, I'll have the chicken.
I feel like everyone's looking at us.
Told you that barber was legit.
For decades, these moments have opened doors to glory, to heartbreak, to immortality.
Stream Royal Rumble on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
The NHL is on a course to take over sunny Tampa, Florida. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Kylian Mbappe is running riot here. Oh, yes, sir. It is all quite astonishing.
Let's play better at home, right? Not necessarily for Adam Olsen. Check out his numbers on the road and at home. 19 points on the road, just 11 at home. Three-pointers, only shooting 25%. I say only 25%. That's still pretty darn good. But for whatever reason, he hasn't had as much success here in the Mitchell Center as he has on the road. Kind of tough to explain, but one of those things that maybe he just gets in the groove when he's away from here.
Well, players have comfort zones. Sometimes it's on the road. Only been here for a year, shoots in here a lot, but sometimes there's just a mentality, especially with the shooters, that I'm going to take these shots on the road and I'm going to make them, and that's kind of what we've seen from him. But either way, he doesn't need to stop shooting.
No, he's 0 for 4, but he will not stop shooting. As any good shooter, there's a nice drive by Jaden Cooper. But any good shooter will say, you know what, I'm going to continue to shoot and shoot and shoot, and Adam's one of those guys.
And Cooper has just played really well in the last few outings for South. The last outing, Harris goes out with foul trouble, and Cooper comes in and has an excellent game, 14 points, and you see him continuing here.
Dantzler, straight on three-pointer, no good. Olsen doing a good job not to touch it. Last touch by Derek Green, and the Jags have possession.
Good job that time down low. The Jags, Williams in the game. But you see the craftiness of Cooper there.
Yeah, he's just, and Coop is one of the returners. You don't have a lot of returners nowadays, but he's a returner, a junior from Pike Road, Alabama, not far from Montgomery. And Chase Harris able to drive and get his second bucket of the day.
Nice patience by Harris.
So Harris has 4. Cooper with 2, Brady with the other 2. The only points for Coastal Carolina, 3 from A.J. Dantzler.
And what happens here, you see Beetle stepping out, missing this shot, and that's not really a settle. There's that offensive rebound by Hill. But you can see that the Coastal guards, it's not what they're used to already. The flow of being able to get into a ball screen, get downhill, go create. All that's being taken away right now, and keep an eye on it. Could be troublesome.
There's a little fadeaway from Olsen off the back of the iron. Hill able to get the rebound for Coastal.
I'd like to see him get to the free throw line, Pat.
Beetle off the screen, the
one.
3-and-1. What a shot by Beetle.
And where did it come? Early transition, getting it before the defense gets set up. He knows that they've got to push here and can't let this get into a half-court game. A 25% free throw shooter stepping out after just missing one shows confidence and leadership, and that's a big shot for the Chanticleers.
DeJohn Craig into the lineup for Coastal Carolina. Randy Brady returns. J.J. Wheat is back, and the first time we've seen John Broome in the lineup for the Jags.
Keep an eye on number 6, J.J. Wheat. Had played 29 minutes in the last outing. After Harris got in trouble, there was a 13-minute stretch to where in the game were Wheat and Cooper, like you see now, and the Jags were a plus 18 in that time. See how it goes tonight.
There it is.
Keep going to it. I like it, Coach Riley.
Olsen with a 17-footer puts the Jags back on top 10-9.
When your shooter from 3 is struggling, you get him closer. Nice little curl action screen around Brady there, and just continue to feed the beast, and they'll start going in.
And that stops a 6-0 run by the Chanticleers, aided by that 4-point play from Beetle. There's a 3-pointer from long distance, Rasheed Jones.
Rasheed Jones has had a couple 20-point games in this winning streak as well, and this is what's happened with Coastal. They've started shooting it a lot better, especially on the road, and a lot of these shots that are going in are very timely.
Olsen will drive outside
Nice
to
hook
Brady.
pass.
Thinks about the 3, goes inside instead on the baseline. In some trouble. Cooper will fire from 3 and can't get the roll. Having to beat the shot clock, so I don't think that was the shot he really wanted. But couldn't get the hometown roll. And now Coastal trying to increase the lead here. They're up 12-10. Oh, not that cross-court pass. But 3-pointer no good. Adam Olsen there for the the defensive board. John Broome in the offense now for South. Jags shooting 38%, Coastal shooting 36%. Olsen looking for his second bucket off the left. No good. Good job by Reggie Hill. That's an athletic move to keep it alive for Coastal.
Extra possession, game-winning play.
Drive baseline, open 3,
Nice
and it's
pass.
good.
How
Hill.
about a seeing eye Beetle?
You've been trying to get the Beetle nickname into this somehow.
And that was a stretch. But I love his passing ability with that left hand and how he sells it with his eyes.
J.J. Wheat fouled, and he will get some free throws when we get back. 11 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Coastal on a 6-0 run. They lead at 15-10, first half in Mobile.
It's kind of one of the things in my life that I set as a goal to be a part of something new, especially in my hometown here in Mobile.
The team working environment is amazing. It's like no other company.
It's nice to see the growth and within the company, and it's nice to be a part of it.
If you want to work for a leader in pioneering sustainable aerospace and be part of a fantastic team that wants to make a difference, join Team Mobile and you will not be disappointed.
From the field to the open road, Yamaha, your new game changer.
I'm Major Applewhite, and just like in football, it's all about precision and performance with Kart Doctor.
This cutting-edge technology, unbeatable comfort. This is more than a golf cart. It's your new winning drive.
Join the winning team at Kart Doctor today.
If you like us, tell others. If not, tell us.
And go Jags.
I got injured in a car wreck, and finding the insurance company was going to be a tough battle.
But you're not alone. When you call the 8s, you immediately get a team of professionals working for you.
I called Andy, and he got me $280,000. 3 times more than what the insurance company offered. 3 times more.
Over 38 years, we've recovered millions upon millions of dollars for our clients, and we'll fight to get you and your family the money you deserve.
I'm so glad I called the 8s.
We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is year number 2 under Justin Gray. So how have they evolved? Well, pretty darn good. Since last year, they've gone up 7.1 points per game. They've increased 85 spots when it comes to that NCAA rank. And you're just getting better, period.
Guard play. I mean, guard play wins, and I don't think any basketball person, analyst will tell you any different. You know, interior wins a lot of games, but overall throughout the course of the season, if you've got 3 guards that can score it, and then you also have the offensive rebounding mentality of Coach Gray's team, you see teams that end up in the NCAA tournament late in the year that go through streaks, winning streaks. You know, they're shooting the ball and playing with confidence right now. And if they can continue to do that throughout the course of the year, I think everyone would agree, even though that Troy sits at the top of the league, that I think this league is still open as you see Wheat go in and draw the foul there. Strong drive.
He's just a 50% free throw shooter. Misses his first, but on brand, makes his second. He's a transfer from Freed Hardeman. He is a returner, but that's kind of been the MO for Richie Riley, is get those guys from the lower divisions and bring them up. And he was a big-time player for Freed Hardeman.
Yeah, and you see Coach Riley going into some pressure here, as he usually does after free throw makes, and just giving different looks to Coastal, making them think. And look at the recovery on the opposite side by Broom there. Excellent defense. Great half-court possession.
That was Cooper that had his hands out there, knocks it into the stands about 7 rows deep. So 6 on the shot clock as Chase Harris will come back into the lineup. Wheat will take a seat. No, check that. Cooper will be the one taking a seat. And we'll see what the Shots can do, triggering under their own basket with 6 seconds to work with. And John Craig, 3, no good, but there's the offensive board from Peat.
That's going to be a problem tonight, Pat, I'm afraid. But if you give up an offensive rebound and you don't give up a basket, you get one of your own.
Oh, but JJ can't convert on the other end. Coaches want a foul, no whistle, and we'll play on.
It looked kind of like a goaltend possibly, but I think it was Wheat's hand that actually got caught up in the net.
Right. Here's to John Craig, top of the key, no good. So Coastal now 4 for 12 from three-point range. Jags haven't scored in close to 3 minutes. Jumping the pass there is Rashid Jones. And the Jags will have it as A.J. Dancer will check back in for the Shots.
Big advantage already early for Coastal Carolina. 12 rebounds to 7.
And offensive rebounds, too, by the way. You're right, that was J.J.'s hand that hit it. Offensive rebounds 3-1 in favor of Coastal Carolina. We'll see a foul up top on Coastal.
And you talked about it in our open, partner, about South Alabama's ability to not turn the basketball over and create turnovers. 4 turnovers so far for Coastal Carolina, but only 2 points off those turnovers. So doing a good job of not allowing baskets after they give away. Great block.
Harris had it knocked away by Peat. Still controls it. There's Brady from three-point range. No good. Good block out by Jones as John Broom was trying to get to it. Jones had great position to get the defensive board. Just north of the 10-minute mark here in the first half between the Chanticleers and the Jaguars.
Deep.
Long three is off the mark. Hans Lewis June rips down the rebound for South. Harris to Brady. Outside to Broom. He can hit those threes. Going to leave that one short, though. And now the Jags 0 for 7 from three-point range.
And as you say that, here comes Adam Olsen. quick blow. Get back in there and start shooting at 12.
Air ball by the Chanticleers. The home crowd will let them know about it.
Look at all the help.
Harris fighting between the two. Number 2 for South, number 2 for Coastal.
And Jones comes in. He's a really good defender, likes the challenge of playing against the big guards like he is. And I've seen early the physicality. Number 2 in teal. Or
teal.
Aqua.
Well, it is teal. I couldn't think of teal on the spot. And I talked myself into a corner.
I think you could push Aqua there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think I can sell Aqua.
I'm just trying to be a great teammate, Pat.
I appreciate it.
That's all I'm trying to do, man.
Along the right baseline, up and under, no good. Battle for the board. There's JJ.
Yeah, Brady got his hand out there. And sometimes when you don't get the rebound, kids, keep your eye on that basketball and you're not able to swipe it away on the way down.
Olsen blanketed by Tristan Thompson. Back to A.O. There's Brady.
Yeah, I love
nice
Brady
cut
there.
And Olsen can't get it to go. He wanted the foul call as well, but they've been letting him play tonight. Only 2 fouls called against the Chanticleers, only 1 called so far against South.
And I like that action of getting the ball to Brady. I like the back cuts, the 5-out motion, especially when the Chanticleers have constantly gone big in the middle. That's a problem.
In the middle. And
he got hit.
Yeah, he got hit. Josh Beadle got hit in the head.
Yeah, it's either a walk or a...
There's got to be something called, but there was a whistle and then no indication as to what happened. But Beetle got hit on the head. Well, they called it a traveling violation, but nobody's doing anything here. They've gotten an elbow there.
Incidental, it looked like. And happens.
Don't think it was intentional, but certainly affected the play. And now South, a scoreless drought, reaching 3.5 minutes. And Hondo lost control, but goes off of Nadjrick Peat. And the Jaguars will control. Another substitution, Reggie Hill coming back in. And he'll take Rashid Jones' spot.
Yeah, and South 0 for 7 from 3, and you can tell it's kind of starting to really mess with the Jags a lot. But, you know, the Chanticleers are playing really good defense, and Adam Olsen's just not himself this evening.
Misses from the baseline. So the Jags shooting 5 for 21. 5 for 17 is Coastal, now make it 5 of 18.
I like push here. Push, get downhill, create early.
Chase outside the three-point arc. Now we'll go inside it.
Physicality defensively for the Chanticleers.
Trying to draw the foul, not going to get it. And so here comes Coastal. 7.5 to go. Not going to set any offensive records tonight, fellas. 15-11 Coastal with the lead.
Oh, nice pass.
Great pass inside. Nadjrick Peat able to flush it down. It's 17-11. Coastal Carolina with the lead.
Young kids out there, you see where the SBC is right in front of the free throw line. Anytime the ball gets there against a zone, especially late in the shot clock, the defense can break down. That's what you saw. Nice pass, nice handling, nice finish by the Chanticleers.
And a nice floater by J.J. Wheat for the answer.
These curl screens are working, whether it's Wheat, whether it's Olsen. Haven't made all the shots. I think you'll probably see Cooper coming off some. The action of handling those screens has been difficult for the Chanticleers, and that's too much space for that pass.
The two teams combined are 2 for their last 18. Jags 1 for the last 11. Coastal 1 for their last 7. Dantzler trying to change things for the Chanticleers. He misses. JJ with the rebound. He's got Olsen out on the wing, but he'll take it himself with JJ Wheat. And the forceful block from behind by Peat. Wow. Nadjrick Peat, the 6'10 graduate.
I was trying to think of the adjective to describe that block, but it was an excellent hustle play partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Biggs running down the floor means something.
So we're under 6, and we have yet to take the under 8 timeout, by the way. They've been letting them play here in Mobile. Three-pointer no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Coastal, and now we take that media timeout. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the half. It's Coastal in a slugfest here, at least defensively. 17-13. Chanticleers with the lead.
Here they come, yo.
Yo, you can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
whatever happens, you're going to see something special.
The Australian Open continues through February 1st on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Right now, this season is unpredictable. The East is wide open, while the West challenges the Thunder. So for Inside, Primetime, Showcase, Finals, and everywhere in between, there's one place to call home.
May I gather your attention, please?
The league's biggest stars shine on a brand new stage, celebrating the season with an AFC-NFC showdown, flag football style.
Yeah,
one game, all the sellers. Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 on ESPN.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Ooh la la la, superstar.
Well, neither team shooting the ball well, but South Alabama is protecting the basketball for sure. Here's how they are in terms of turnover edge. First in the Sun Belt Conference, second when it comes to turnover margin. Tonight, right now, Coastal has 5 turnovers. South Alabama has not turned the ball over at all. But they also haven't made a three-pointer at all. South Alabama 0 for 7 from outside the arc tonight.
They missed some open shots, but I mean, a lot of it's had to do with Coastal Carolina's defense. I mean, really physical, contesting every shot, playing without fouling, and they've settled into the officials calling the game a little physical and loose. And so I think right now, advantage Coastal Carolina. I want to see the Jags get out and run on a couple of these misses. Coastal Carolina's missing shots too, especially these long threes. Get out and run if you're the Jags and see if you can't get some easy ones.
Yep, only 3 fouls total called so far. But you know what? I'm good with that. Call it consistently, and so far the officials certainly have done that tonight. As a mishandle, turnover number 6. I think Hill was expecting the shot, not the pass, and it trickles out of bounds, and South will control.
Yeah, Jones has got to finish that when he was anticipating the defense to come toward him as he gave the little ball fake. No one came and created another turnover for Coastal.
Weeks.
Oh, I like
inside to Stephen Williams, knocked away. Talk about that defense. That's a big presence in Derek Green. 6'9", 275 in there.
Well, and then you add Hill to that mix, and then you add Peat when he comes in. You know, that is a lot of size in there for these Jags to deal with around the rim. And
Hill is 6'7", 225. Peat 6'10", 235.
One of the bigger teams in the league.
Olsen.
He's aiming now.
Misses. Adam now 1 for 11 from the field.
Free throw line would be key right now. Young kids out there, when you're struggling with your shot and you are a shooter and you start missing it right and left and long, sometimes you start aiming that thing. Get yourself to the free throw line, regroup, see one go in.
Well, pitch and catch between Jones and Beadle.
Yeah, I just like Beadle's demeanor as he's looking to try to attack this zone, and that's the shot right there that you want if you're South. It's contested and just goes in, score.
Rashid Jones able to knock down the 3. That's his second. He's got 6, and it's a 7-point lead as we wind to the 4-minute mark here. First half.
You know, similar energy level for South as last home game against Louisiana, to where you just couldn't really get anything going, and now we go to the under 4 timeout. Jags only have 13 points, down 7.
Foul on Stephen Williams. That'll take us to the break. 3:57 to go. It's a 7-point shot to clear lead.
What are you doing?
I'm installing fiber optic cables.
Why?
Fix problems before they happen.
Why?
Keep the power on.
Why?
So your night light can keep the monsters away.
There are monsters?
No, wait, no, wait.
What you doing? Hey, just finishing this claim to get Dave back on the road.
Nice. I wonder what Dave's doing.
You do your thing. We've got you covered.
At South, opportunity roars.
and it transforms everything in your path. Limits become tests. Challenges are accepted. And every unknown is only temporary. When a flagship leads your way, every horizon is yours to claim. Let's get out there and go, where only Jaguars can. Ready, south, go.
Well, it hadn't been an offensive showcase by any stretch, but you have some experience, Bart Heisch, at the Chanticleer Country Club that you've been dying to tell us a story.
I mean, since you brought it up, I just might. The Greenville Country Club, the Chanticleer course, where my cousin Todd Heisch is a member. He's playing one of the worst rounds of golf I've ever played. But all of a sudden, on the 14th hole, I got a nice bounce for my only hole-in-one ever at Chanticleer, at the Chanticleer course at Greenville Country Club. So, it's all placed in my heart for Coastal.
That's how golf works. You know, you're playing terribly, and then you pull some shot that you have no business making.
Yeah, everybody that I was playing with, we were all playing as a group. They liked me a whole lot more after that shot than they did those first 14 holes, I can tell you that. Thanks, guys.
Double team by South Alabama up top. There's Beetle. A 20-13 Chanticleer lead.
Yeah, and out of the timeout, Coach Riley again changing up the defense, trying to give a different look.
Beetle, a little fadeaway. Nice job, Josh Beetle. That's 6 points for him. 22-13 Chanticleers.
Played a lot of Power 4 basketball in the ACC, and you can just tell the understanding in the usage of the left hand. It's so hard to guard, and right now out front, no real fouls being called. No danger of being in the bonus right now, so I think that's one of the reasons you've seen Coastal be able to be so aggressive going after these shots to contest. But right now, I feel like Beetle's control of his team and kind of in control of this game, if you will, dictating a whole lot.
Beetle, a transfer from Boston College. 16 starts for the Eagles, 6 points a game there. There's Chase Harris, splitting the double team, and gets a nice jumper to go. So Chase Harris has 6.
That's a tough move, and there's an individual battle going on right now, and you can see between he and Beetle. Good high-level, intense basketball in this first half, especially on the guards end here at the Mitch.
So a 7-point Chanticleer lead. Their biggest is 9.
Important possession right here, Pat. Cut into this lead, get it down to about a possession and a half. They get stopped through the Jags.
Penetrate off the glass, too strong, but an offensive board. There's Beetle, a little shot fake, and still just a little bit long. I like the idea, but just couldn't execute. Hans Lewis June trying to make him pay, but his three-pointer no good. Jags now 0 of 8 from three-point range.
Yeah, Lewis June a little more comfortable shooting that shot from the corner, but Jags trying to find any way to get offense, even if it's in the early part of transition.
Watching Derek Green up top, setting picks. Tell you what, if
offensive rebound again.
If he has any eligibility, you might want to put him at linebacker.
Yeah, and he came into, he's got 5 rebounds already in this game, and he's only played 9 minutes. 3 of those offensive.
Shot clock down to 5 again. Coastal doing a good job of running that shot clock. Beetle misfires as Chase Harris had a good job to redirect the shot just a bit. And the Jags will try to make something happen here. Harris, it's got to be a walk there, right? Yeah, it is a travel. As Harris lost the ball momentarily, and in that time, just travel with the basketball. And we'll have Tristan Thompson and Nadjrick Peat coming back in for the shots.
Sluggish is the word I would use, Pat, for this first half of the Jags. And the effort is there.
Yeah, sure.
It's not an effort thing. It's just sometimes things don't click. And last game at home, couldn't really get in the flow. You'll see South come out and play a little bit more poised in the second half as far as patience. I think they've been rushing a little bit. AO's rushed some shots, but the defense hadn't been bad.
But if you say you only have 15 points and you're still only trailing by 7, that's not bad considering what it could be. As Peat trying to get the board, can't do it. goes out of bounds. South will have it with less than a minute to go first half.
Yeah, and let's just call it what it is. I mean, I think you're going to get the user or loser from Coach Riley, but the length of Coastal is giving South a problem right now. Their hands are on every rebound.
Well, I mean, Coastal, when you look at their lineup, you got 6'6", 6'10", 6'11", 6'10", 6'9". That's something that South Alabama doesn't have that in spades like Coastal does. And they have not only the length, but the size as well. They're space heaters inside the lane.
Well, they are, and when South is 0 of 8 from the three-point line, you're usually used to making at least 3, 4 of those shots. Well, that's the difference in the game right now. You make a couple of those, and it's a one-point game. But the rebounding total, 24-17 right now, is a concerning total, and the offensive rebounds, 5-2. Second chance points haven't really hurt the Jags, though. I mean, it looks a lot worse than it is, just like the turnovers look a lot worse than they are for Coastal because the Jags aren't turning them into anything. We thought this was going to come in as an offensive prowess-type game, and right now, these teams are guarding each other.
Well, this is a South team that scored 90 last time out against James Madison.
Huge second half.
Yeah, huge second half in that one. They're going to need it tonight here in Mobile. But Coastal's had a chance to create a lot more separation than they have. The Jags very much in it. Little pull-up jumper from Adam Olson, short. And A.O. continues to struggle, but he'll continue to shoot as a good shooter does. And he's one of those guys that has the short memory. He's going to continue to shoot, and he'll hit it. He'll be okay.
He will, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to Jones, Beadle, Dantzler. Yeah. You know, they're really kind of there in the first of the game. They were there contesting those shots for AO, and now you'll see Coastal use the user lose a timeout.
Well, I thought they were going to get Peat on the moving screen. I think Chase Harris saw the same thing because there was clearly a moving screen up top, but I think the timeout came before that. So, to my knowledge, it's still Coastal basketball with 13 on the shot clock.
Seems like we've been playing about 15 minutes. There's been 5 fouls, so we're getting a foul every 4 minutes, it looks like. And a lot of times you see that in pace of games when they're up and down. There's not a lot of free throws being shot between both teams. I mean, you're only talking about 3 free throws for the entire game. That's another reason you're seeing the point total be so low. These teams are playing without fouling. No free throws equals less points.
The only Coastal free throw was off of what turned into a 4-point play.
Beetle.
As you had the 3-pointer made and then the +1. Then J.J. Wheat is the only Jag to go to the free throw line. He went 1 of 2. So 13 on the shot clock. About an 8-second differential.
3 guys out here. Quick reversal. Good defense by the Jags. Olsen's really working hard even though he's missed some shots.
Thompson got a fire from way downtown. No good. Offensive board. Another chance for Coastal. 3 seconds. 2. Dish inside. Finish inside by Nadjrick Peat. And that will take us to halftime. So Coastal with a nice surge at the end. They've got the 24-50 research. We didn't have to spend a lot of time on highlights, so we had some more time for research. So here we are underway, second half. Jags and Chanticleers flip baskets. Now going inside and loose ball. And eventually they're going to call the jump ball, and there it is. Possession arrow goes to South Alabama.
Going in the lane this evening is not for the weak.
No.
A lot of hands, a lot of traffic. Not a lot of traffic passing ability tonight. You see the ball go on the floor, and nobody really got a hold of it. And like we've seen, the officials are letting these guys play.
Yeah, Rasheed Jones really wanted the foul call prior to. I think there may have been an argument for a travel as well. We'll see if South Alabama can get something going offensively. Now a touch foul on Rasheed Jones as Chase Harris was trying to drive by him. And the foul called on Coastal Carolina, first of the second half.
And that was a foul there on Peat. He got his chest out ahead of him, and Harris utilized the lower position to draw the foul.
Knocked out of bounds, and the Jags will have another crack at it as Beadle and that Coastal defense almost got the 5-second call. That was awfully close.
Beadle is a disruptor on defense.
Adam Olson, boy, he needs to get going. That's his second bucket. So he's got 4, makes it 24-17. But if Olson starts heating up, Chase Harris will start heating up. You know Beadle's going to shoot him and shoot the lights out. You know Dantzler can do the same thing. You know Jones can do the same thing. Both of these teams have great offensive weapons. They may explode here in the second half.
Everyone in their seats in a Jag shirt, and even over on that Jag bench with an exhale when they see AO with that one go in, because they know they can come in bunches.
Pump fake, and then short on the 3 is Reggie Hill. Let's see if South Alabama can draw closer. They're down 7. They've been down by as many as 9. That halftime lead was the largest by Coastal. Olson, nice feed inside to Brady, but blocked by Nadjrick Peat. They're going to call a foul. Justin Gray doesn't like it, but Randy Brady will go to the free throw line.
See the replay yet, but it was on the way up. There was some ball. At the same time, official thought there was some head as well.
Yeah,
There
I mean, I think he got it.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brady, a 66% free throw shooter. Can't get it to go. He'll get one more. So South Alabama, this is only their second trip to the free throw line. J.J. Wheat went 1 for 2 in the first half.
Is it just me, or is it like the rebounding ring is still on
Yes.
for both teams?
Yes. Somebody's done something to the rims here. That one is pure. But you saw the official having a conversation with Rasheed Jones, who wasn't happy with a no foul call on one end and then a foul on him on the other.
Veteran officiating crew, Jeb Hartness, Sean Seals, and Luke Chittum.
Just making sure that, hey, I hear you, and enough.
And I thought Coach Gray handled it very well.
Yeah,
you know,
agreed.
He wasn't nearly as upset about that call as he was down here on this end, to where Jones thought there was a foul on that first possession. And very methodical offense, running the shot clock down. The Chanticleers taking a tough contested one.
And that's an air ball, shot clock violation. As that's the danger you play when you're going to run the shot clock down to the very end. And that's what Coastal's been doing all day. It's been effective enough so far.
Yeah, and a lot of times you can do that if you're Coastal, because the team's playing man-to-man that you're going against. This is a zone. That penetration that Coastal's so good at and had so much success in this 5-game winning streak, it's been taken away by the South zone.
Harris off the pick. How about Randy Brady, offensive board and put back?
Play big, 34. Brady.
He steps up big when South Alabama needs him. Go back to that Arkansas State win when they needed a big offensive rebound at the end. He's the one that got it to Adam Olson, who hit the 3 to force overtime.
And that's an excellent point, partner. And there's been different guys, whether it's Brady, whether it's Cooper, whether it's Wheat, whether it's Lewis June. At times we've seen different guys at different times stepping up for South. That begins to build a championship makeup.
Now a little spin cycle for Chase Harris. He's got it.
Early transition. Young kids out there, the defense is always more vulnerable if you attack it before it's set up. Nice job, too.
It's a 7-0 run to start the second half. Jags within 2. Coastal still looking for their first points of the second half.
So you've got Chase Harris in transition going. You got AO making a shot off of the screen. You got Brady attacking the offensive glass, and the Jags are guarding on this end. Excellent start of the half by Coach Richie Roddy's team.
They got to shoot it. They don't do it.
Another great possession.
Another great defensive stand by the Jags. Shot clock violation. And South Alabama a chance to tie or take the lead.
And sometimes coming out of the half, young coaches, young kids out there, Coastal's being a little bit too strategic and methodical about finding that exact pass spec, that get a couple of reversals here and there, and I think you'll see them do that. But South, in this half court, has settled in, more active hands. There's Chase.
A little stutter step and then gets it to go. Chase Harris, he's now in double digits. We're tied at 24. A 9-0 run here in this early part of the second half.
In the start of the second half, young coaches. It's Riley's team doing it now.
Coastal playing that outside game. There's Beadle for 3. He misses. Coastal now 5 for 26 when it comes to three-point shots.
And Coach Gray possibly could have got a timeout during this run, but I think he's waiting on that under 16 timeout. See some subs coming in, and there's Olsen.
Nope.
Good contest, though, by Jones. He's long enough to get up there and contest that high three-point shot release.
Now, Coastal moving quickly for the first time this half. There's Dantzler with the drive.
That's a block.
Whistle and a foul, and there's going to be a foul on Randy Brady, and Coastal will go to the free throw line. So the Shanta Clears decide to attack the basket. They'll get to the free throw line when we get back. 15-22 to go in the game. We're tied at 24.
USA Health Sports Medicine has the people to do both. Led by internationally known physicians and surgeons, the team of health professionals focuses on injury prevention, treatment, and recovery. Backed by the resources of the area's only academic health system, we are compassionate providers, scientists, and educators who produce clinical results that guide the industry to improve injury prevention and outcomes. We are there when you need us most.
Hi, I am Hall of Famer Robert Dr. Doom Brazil. Make the Kart Doctor your only stop for a new or used kart or kart repair. They are the only new Yamaha golf cart dealer in Mobile. The Jags put in their work right here. Let the Kart Doctor do their work for you. The Kart Doctor, a proud sponsor of South Alabama Athletics. Go Kart Doctor and go Jags.
But nobody shoots more three-pointers against a team than South Alabama. That's in the country. The Jags, because of that zone defense, they're giving up a bunch of three-point attempts. Coastal Carolina, on average, shoots 25 a game. Right now, they're already at 26, and we got 15 minutes to play.
There's not many times that you're going to see the opposing team against South Alabama not shoot more threes than they typically average, because that's what South wants you to do. And in the course of the shot clock, teams get so methodical and then start settling, if you will, especially like we talked about. You know, in this half here, you've got 3 different possessions to where 2 ended in shot clock violations and 1 almost did. So that passing the ball around and not attacking, a lot of times late in the shot clock, you're going to see even more threes. And it's playing right into Coach Richie Riley's hands. It's a percentage thing, Pat, and Coastal has shot the ball so well in the last 5 games. You think seeing a different zone, eventually you're going to live with the numbers.
You see the numbers for Dantzler in this 5-game win streak for Coastal. He makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So Dantzler now with 4 points.
And sorry, partner, he was the guy that I thought tonight was going to be the key offensively, to be able to make some threes, be able to penetrate, score on the in-between game, maybe be the forgotten third head of the monster. And
there it is.
A guy from the top.
They needed it. His first three-pointer, and you can tell just a sigh of relief from Adam Olsen.
Keep shooting, 12. When you're on, shoot. When you're off, shoot till you're on. It'll never go in if you don't shoot it, and you'll never make a putt unless you get it there.
And that's the first made 3 tonight by South Alabama. As a team, they're 1 for 10. Adam 1 for 5.
And look at the energy just that picks up with the shot making creates energy, man, in any form of basketball.
Shot clock again down to 2, down to 1. Got a fire from way downtown, no good. Rebound goes right to Hans Lewis June.
Yeah, I think Coach Gray is going to have to make some sort of adjustment here with the tempo in the half court. Maybe try to find some early quick ones, maybe a set, maybe a lob play. Right now, Jags having their way with Coastal in this half court.
Beadle penetrates. Dantzler outside.
Great defense.
Go back to Beadle, and they'll reset. Open shot, Thompson for three. He gets it.
Big.
Tristan Thompson, the freshman from Florence, South Carolina. 28-27 shots.
Only his 5th three-point make. He was 4 of 22. Again, if you're Coach Richie Riley, you're going to live with that shot. Sometimes they go in.
And Chase Harris fouled as he goes to the left side. Foul will go on Nadjrick Peat. I was quickly looking to see if anybody was in foul trouble, and I said, wait a second. Hadn't been a lot of fouls, period. But that is number 2. Check that. Is that right? Number 1 on Peat? No, it is. Yeah, just 1.
Yeah, I think it's.
No, it is 2.
It's
it is
2 on
Peat,
Peat, and it's the 3rd team foul this half. But still, only 4 fouls in over 6 minutes of play in this second half. Only 5 total in the first half.
Well, the MO for South has been miss the first, make the second on the previous 2 trips to the free throw line. And right now, Chase Harris holding serve there.
The free throw make battle is now broken. 3 makes to 2.
There you go.
South.
There you go. So that ties us at 28. Chase with that free throw now at 11 points. Beadle was tripped up momentarily. He'll get the ball back out. 13-25 and counting. Well, inside-out action. That creates the open shot for Jones, but Coop is there for the rebound. Harris going up high. Brady, Olsen. Yes, Adam Olsen hits another one. Timeout, Coastal Carolina. Justin Gray has had enough as Adam Olsen starting to heat up just a bit. And on that coach's timeout, the Jags starting to build some momentum. 13:06 to go. It's been a heck of a start in this second half as the Jags have outscored the Chanticleers 16-3. They lead it 31-27.
Power you can feel. Comfort tuned to you. And control you can count on. Welcome to the Genesis G70.
Select owners can lease the G70 for $299 per month. Exclusively at your South Florida Genesis retailers.
Everything you need to get stronger is just around the corner. Save $28 or more when you join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th.
See what you got.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hey!" So I got this job. Pizza? Hey! Mom! I don't miss that.
Get our biggest pizza, the Big New Yorker, for just $10 at Pizza Hut.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled training, know-how, and tools to match you with a perfect sleep system designed to help. Like the Temper Ergo Smart Base. It automatically detects, responds, and helps reduce snoring. And right now, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and get 3% back, plus a $300 instant gift. So for the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes, sell everywhere people shop, and never miss a sale with the world's best converting checkout. See why millions of businesses sell with Shopify. Start your free trial today.
For decades, these moments have opened doors.
16.5 points per game. Not the start he wanted. He went 1 for 12 with just 2 points in the first half. But in the second half, my man has heated up big time. He has gone 3 for 4, including this last three-pointer that triggered the timeout from Justin Gray. And Adam Olsen now with 10 points, 2 3-pointers that were made, And the Jags starting to roll. They're up by 4, 31-27.
It was almost like he could hear what you were saying, looked over here and kind of shook his head and gave him a little nod, and looks like he's back into his mode. But the thing about shooters is you can tell when they're aiming, Pat, and he's not aiming now. That ball is coming out like we're used to seeing it, and you know, you're going to go through, you're going to miss a couple of shots throughout the course of a game, but real shooters don't stop shooting, and it doesn't affect their game. That's why number 12 is a real one.
Now that said, Coastal only down by 4. They just got to get off the schneid here in the second half.
They're really struggling in this half court to find anything that's an open look and not contested from anywhere. Look at this speed.
Oh, look at the block, though. Rasheed Jones turns away Chase Harris.
Jones is a big-time defender.
Stepped on the line, did Coastal, and so it'll be South Alabama basketball. But how many blocks have we seen from Coastal's defense? That's looked pretty good.
Well, especially like in transition. That's what I've been impressed with, is how the bigs continue to follow. That time it was a guard. 4 blocks tonight for Coastal, and all have been really nice plays.
Olsen guarded by Jones. Now sets the pick for Harris.
Look at this matchup right here. Jones and Harris, this is a good one.
2 versus 2. They'll get it out to Hans Lewis Jew. Drives baseline, shot clock at 5. Coop from way downtown. Yes! Jaden Cooper. That was from the logo.
Yeah, that might have been standing on a whisker.
My goodness. Jags up 7. 19-3 run here in the second half by South Alabama.
I mentioned that I thought you'd see Coach Riley's team come out at the half. I'm glad I wasn't in there to have to take the brunt of that, but looks like it's working. Look at this, another shot clock violation almost.
Almost, but the conversion at the end, Nadjrick Peat able to make it happen. And are they going to look at it to see?
They may just look at it to make sure.
There's 11 minutes, 13 seconds.
That's good.
And let's see if they're going to take the in-venue timeout, and they will not yet. So we're going to keep it right here for now.
This is a media timeout.
As now, as soon as I say that, they say now this is a media timeout. So while they review it, we'll step aside. 11:22 to go in the ball game. It's a 5-point South Alabama lead.
How you can feel. Comfort tuned to you. And control you can count on. Welcome to the Genesis G70.
Select owners can lease the G70 for $299 per month. Exclusively at your South Florida Genesis retailers.
May I get your attention, please?
The league's biggest stars shine on a brand new stage, celebrating the season with an AFC-NFC showdown, flag football style.
Yeah, I'm 101.
One game, all the sellings. Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 on ESPN.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Oh, yes, sir. The ball is already rolling now for this new season.
Whatever happens, you're going to see something special.
The Australian Open continues through February 1st on ESPN and the ESPN app.
The NHL is on a quest to take over sunny Tampa, Florida. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Right now, this season is unpredictable. The East is wide open.
while the West
did take a look at it, and thanks to our crafty camera work, our ESPN Plus crew, he indeed did get
After
that
further
shot.
review, the call on the floor stands. The shot was released before the shot clock buzzer.
So
the basket counts.
Nadjrick Peat does get credit for that too. Great camera work again. It's never easy with all these things that our camera people have to do, that our people in the truck do, but always a fantastic job. We certainly appreciate the looks they give us. So 34-29. Olsen, he's been hot, and he'll continue. That one's a 2, and it's 36-29.
How about the angle of those screens, though? In an awkward place on the wing from 15 feet, a little post-up, hand back to the point guard, and then another curl screen toward the corner. Nice action, Coach Riley.
Winding toward the 10-minute mark here in the second half. Three-point attempt by Dantzler, no good. So 5 of 29 is Coastal from outside the arc.
Starting to get frustrated, too.
Yeah, they are. Olsen for 3. That one was short, so his first miss in a while. Gives Coastal the basketball, down 7.
Well, another problem is Coastal hadn't been able to get out and run in the second half because they can't stop South.
A quick shot relatively tonight as Rasheed Jones had 16 on the shot clock. Coastal has been running it down and down and down. And with 16, they fire it from the baseline and hit the 3.
Yeah, this is a tough team. You see
another block by Coastal. Good defense. Chase Harris, though, never gave up on the play.
Crafty.
Timeout Richie Riley as Chase Harris gets another bucket. He's got 13 now, and it's 38-32 as Riley will call the 20-second timeout, or 30-second timeout, I should say. You see Adam Olsen and what he's done here in the second half. Still, it's a landslide for South Alabama in half number 2. It's 23-8 is what South has outscored the Chanticleers after that 24-15 deficit at halftime.
The one thing I think a lot of, especially young players out there could learn from Adam Olsen tonight is, he's used to scoring 20 points a game or close to it for the Jags this year since he's gotten to Mobile. He's 1 for 12 in the first half, Pat, but he didn't quit. He kept playing hard on defense. He was out on the top of the pressure, whichever it was a 1-2-2 or in the zone, wherever they were. But continued to play hard, continued to get rebounds, affecting the game on the boards. He's got 5 rebounds. He's 5 of 18 from the field now. And that doesn't look great, but I think he's played a good game tonight. Sometimes the shots aren't going to fall, and when they don't fall, you got to find other ways to affect the game. Adam Olsen has done that this evening, as well as Chase Harris with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Well, and Chase is a guy that really kind of kept South in it, so to speak, here in that first half. He was close to double digits in the first half, and now he is there. But the Jags shooting 60% as a team here in half number 2. Coastal just 3 for 11 in the second half.
And this three-quarter court, full court pressure of the Jags is really causing Coastal to be wary of attacking quickly in offense. And now you got a foul on South. Only the second of the half, though. 10 minutes in. I mean, in this entire game, South only has, 4 fouls?
4 fouls total.
I mean, that is astonishing.
But 2 of them are on Randy Brady. Coastal has 6 total fouls in the game. And just 3 here in this second half.
Whether it's zone, whether it's man, the ability to play without fouling and keep the other team off the free throw line. 1 free throw attempt for Coastal tonight.
Dantzler thought about the step back 3. Jones is going to have to fire it. Off balance, doesn't go. Battle for the board. Brady can't get it. Knocked loose by Hill, but it goes right to the Jags.
I might like to see Jones or maybe Dantzler dancing around, if you will, around the elbows and finding some short corners, because right now it's a lot of settles for Coastal.
Cooper able to hit it, but I got to give props to Derek Green. He's a guy that you had Randy Brady trying to penetrate the lane, and for a big guy, Derek Green, some pretty quick feet to be able to stop that drive. Still ultimately landed on a South Alabama bucket. That's pretty good defense there by the Shots.
It is, and it's a big fella. Feet move well, but the motor's what I like of number 15. He's always a threat to go get an offensive rebound and put back. And Randy Brady's done a great job on his size this evening.
Another long three, no good, and Adam Olson coming up big with the rebound.
He's trending toward a double-double tonight, partner.
And Chase Harris with a slash to the basket. 10-point lead, South Alabama.
South is in their comfort zone right now, switching defenses, dropping back into this zone, forcing Coastal to shoot a lot of three-pointers and keeping them one shot and out. There's nowhere to go. The driving angles from the top. You got to attack this zone from the bottom up. Everything's coming from the perimeter, and there's that man.
Go to Craig. Another opportunity. It goes in and out.
There he is again.
There he is. And a third attempt now by the Chanticleers. As Derek Green working hard underneath to keep him alive.
You think he's got another one in him, partner?
I think he does.
He's going for three. But the problem is for the Chanticleers is that they're not able to score on these second, third opportunities.
Now Hill gets fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line after the foul on South Alabama. And we're at the under 8, 7:28 to go. It's a 10-point South Alabama lead. And the shots on the free throw line when we get back. South Alabama, though, what a second half. Chase Harris, nice drive.
Did you know your favorite sausage for tailgating is an official sponsor of the Jags and is made right here in Alabama? Conecuh sausage is hickory smoked fresh just up the road in Evergreen, Alabama. And you can find it at your local grocer, like right here at your neighborhood Greer's Cash Saver. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and always great on the grill. Make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage, family owned since 1947.
At South, opportunity roars, and it transforms everything in your path. Limits become tests, challenges are accepted, and every unknown is only temporary. When a flagship leads your way, every horizon is yours to claim. Let's get out there and go, where only Jaguars can. Ready, South, go.
Well, we mentioned throughout this broadcast that nobody shoots more three-pointers against any team in the country than South Alabama, and here's the stats to prove it. Teams shoot an average of just under 40 three-pointers per game against the Jags. Central Arkansas, Belmont, Chicago State, Bellarmine, all in that top 5. Right now, Coastal, 34 attempts.
Yeah, you look at all those teams, what do they have in common? A lot of zone, a lot of pack line man defense. And we've seen this for the past 2 years, partner, that you're going to have to beat South Alabama either attacking this zone from the baseline up, which means getting the ball to that baseline somehow. You got to get it past the fortress of the top 4. And people have a hard time doing that, and you settle for three-pointers out on the top. If you look at the shot chart this evening, everything is coming from the top, yes, especially in this second half for Coastal. And here's the other issue. When you have your penetration taken away, Pat, and your free throw make total taken away in a game, you have 33 points with 7:28 to go. That's just how this works. It's math.
34 three-point attempts, only 12 from inside three-point range. But Reggie Hill made his first and misses his second. So that's just the third trip, period, to the free throw line for Coastal Carolina. They're 3 of 5 as a team. South Alabama from the free throw line, 3 of 6.
I mean, this may be a game to where the first team to 50 or 55 wins, and that is not what we thought we would see coming in. As Coastal going zone now, and they did this a couple of trips against Southern. more against Texas State.
And Cooper
was ready. He shot it from the other whisker.
Long three-pointer again, Jaden Cooper. 45-33. South Alabama's opened it up.
And now you just settle in if you're South. Rebounding down the stretch if you're Coach Riley's team. Contest these three-point shots. One shot and out for Coastal.
Once again, that shot clock running down.
There's just nowhere to go against that top four.
3 seconds, 2
Contested.
seconds. And they'll hit the three. Doesn't matter. Reggie Hill able to put that one down. And Hill now with 9 points.
And he can make that shot. We saw him shoot an air ball the first time he shot one from the corner, but he's actually a 42% three-point shooter. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. Shoots a lot of open ones because of his size. That one was contested and very needed for the Chanticleers.
Meantime, the Jags 4 of their last 4 field goals, and they're going to get A.J. Dantzler with the foul up top. Dantzler doesn't like the call, nor does Coach Gray. But typically, when a game has been called very loosely, as you get closer and closer to the end of the ball game, it starts to tighten up just a bit.
It does, and as a defender gets physical with you, as the ball handler, you have a right to protect your space. And that time, Chase Harris protected his space, and they got arms tangled up, and it turned out to be a foul on the defender.
Cooper can miss from three-point range, apparently. Now 2 for 4 after 2 long ones. Now there's Dantzler facing that double team.
After that ball screen, I'd like to see one of those Coastal bigs and just stop right in the middle of the lane around the S or the C. And it's on the left and right side of the floor. Look at that shot fake and step back by the big fella. He checked.
Battle for the board. Once again, great numbers by Peat. But the Jags have it. Olsen, man open is Hans Lewis June. Cut down quickly, though, by Hill.
Good transition defense. Good decision by Lewis June to reset.
Cooper thought about the three. Little wraparound pass trying to get it to Brady. Bodies go flying. Coastal has the basketball. Oh, spin cycle. Left hand, no good, though. There's a rebound, offensive, and a whistle and a foul as Nadjrick Peat will go once again to the free throw line. Crowd doesn't like it, but I thought that was a pretty clear foul underneath.
Yeah, a lot of contact going on, and I mean, a lot of times, man, as hard as Coastal's working on the offensive glass, you're going to get rewarded for that if you continue to go hard after basketball's up on that rim. Points off turnovers. 10 turnovers now for the Chanticleers, 11 points off turnovers for the Jags. But what's wild is 10 offensive rebounds for the Chanticleers, and South Alabama has more second chance points than the Chanticleers do.
First free throw is good. You talk about bringing rain on that free throw from Nadjrick Peat.
Very impressed with how hard and active the bigs have been all evening for Coastal Carolina. Peat, Hill, Green.
Second of 2 not there. Oh, but a great effort by Rashid Jones to knock it off of South Alabama.
It's a big game-winning possession right there.
They are asking Coach Riley to challenge that and have the officials take a look at it. And I think he's going to pay attention to his players. They'll take a look. So Rashid Jones came in from the right side and kept the ball alive. Officials say it went off of a Jag. Let's see what kind of look we have from our cameras.
It's amazing how basketball has changed in the last couple of years too.
Previous play is under further review for out of bounds. Call on the floor is Coastal Carolina's ball.
And this is the hardest
call. The
call.
play has been challenged by South Alabama.
Hardest play in basketball for an official to call is the out of bounds out under the basket there. And watching teams scramble and coaches turn to their video coordinator, man, that's a pressure-filled situation. It's one of the most pressure-filled situations for a young coach. And a lot of times it's, you know, young members of the staff. Not sure, haven't seen a replay, but looked like there was some uncertainty here. But 4:56 to go. You're south. You've got a few timeouts left. It does cost you a timeout. I would rather challenge if I have an 8-point lead than if I'm trying to come back and save my timeout.
Absolutely.
So even if you don't get it.
So it doesn't look like we have a good look at it, which means probably the officials don't have a good look at it. And if that's the case, then it would be whatever the call on the court is, which is Coastal Carolina basketball.
After further review, the call has been overturned. It'll be South Alabama's ball. They will not be charged a timeout for the challenge.
Or the officials had a better look at it than we did. So whatever they saw, yes, South Alabama said challenge it. Players said immediately challenge that thing. And they did, and it is overturned.
Extra possession for the Jags. You save a timeout. Great job by the officials. So it will be South ball.
So Jags up 8. We are under 5.
Big defensive possession right here. Next couple of 2-3 possessions going into the under 4 timeout. Does the lead stay at 8, go to 10, or does it get closer to a 2-possession game?
Good defense there, knocked loose by Dantzler. Here come the Chanticleers. Beadle gets it back. He'll drive. Looking for Jones. Extra pass. Dantzler. Three-pointer good. A.J. Dantzler nails it.
You see just how dynamic Coastal is in that early transition game off a turnover. You get the zone, never got a chance to get set up, and then Beadle does what he does.
And Coastal just looks so much more comfortable in that possession.
Well, yeah, and that's how they're used to playing. They're used to getting drives into the basket and pitch for a shot.
And then Cooper will hit another three. Jaden Cooper, his third. And boy, they've come at opportune times.
They certainly have, and he's picking up right where he left off in the last game against JMU on the road when his team needed him. Step up, Coop.
He had 14 points in that
spot
win against James Madison. Shot clock down to 7, down to 6. There's another long three-pointer attempt, no good. And knocked out of bounds, they say, by Adam Olson. And Adam saying challenge that one too. I thought, now again, look, I've been wrong on all of these things. I thought that Reggie Hill clearly knocked that one out. We'll see if they will take the review, but they're going to take the review after the media timeout. So we'll take a break. We'll give you the result when we get back. 3:26 to play. It's an 8-point Jag lead.
Power you can feel. Comfort tuned to you. And control you can count on. Welcome to the Genesis G70.
Select owners can lease the G70 for $299 per month. Exclusively at your South Florida Genesis retailers.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. He's running right here. Oh, yes, sir. It is all quite astonishing. He's already rolling now for this new season.
The NHL is on a course set for winter treasure in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Raymond James Stadium. You're as cold as ice. Where original six prestige collide.
Well, the review continues, but again, in my eyes, it's pretty clear that it's out on Reggie Hill, as he and Adam Olson were battling for it. They said it was out on Olson, so Coastal Carolina basketball. We'll see if this one gets overturned like the last one did. I thought this one was much clearer than the last one that did get overturned. But I can promise you, if you're looking at stats in my evaluation of reviews, it's not good.
Easier to get a challenge? Basketball or football?
To get it, for me to get it right, or for the officials to get it right?
That was why it was a trick question, Pat.
If it's for me to get it right, it's neither. I'm bad on all of them.
After further review, the challenge is successful.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be South Alabama's ball. That's South Alabama's second challenge. They have no more.
Now, I do think this. I know you get the extra challenge. I think you should just, if you keep getting them right, just keep challenging.
That's the way it is in the women's game.
Yeah.
You keep, if you're wrong, you lose it.
Correct.
But if you're right, keep going.
It's just kind of like if you're offshoot to your own. It's kind of the same thing. I like that.
So 48-40, Jags basketball.
And I want to say this, Coach. I love watching Coach Riley get intense. He has some of the best coaching stances watching games that I've ever seen, and it just, they get better as intense as he gets.
Cooper misses. Good block out by Peat. And under 3 to play. Coastal down 8.
I would be a little urgent also if I'm Coastal and not settle for the whole shot clock running down like we've seen 4 or 5 times tonight, but the ball's not going in there in that middle. That's a big shot.
It's going down there as Beadle hits the 3, his 9th point, and it's a 5-point game with 2.5 to play.
A lot of basketball played, a lot of experience for Coastal, especially these guards. Look at that dish.
Oh, Brady had the bunny, and he missed it.
Numbers. This will be dynamic.
4 on 3. Oh, a nice up and under. Josh Beadle. Timeout, South Alabama. What a play by Beadle. As he gets into double digits with that. Splits the defense. Jags had a 4 on 3, and he just took it himself.
Yeah, 5 quick points. Beadle taking it upon himself on the road here to get his team back in it. But you see the dynamic speed and athleticism in the open court of Beadle. Hadn't got to see it a lot tonight because South takes that away, but you can bank on it. Right now in that Coastal huddle, Coach Gray is talking about pushing the ball. When the Jags miss, get out and run. And if you're the Jags here, settle in the tempo, make sure you get back on defense, and just continue to guard. But we're down to a 1-possession game, partner.
48-45, you look at the timeout situation. Jags have 1, Coastal have 2. So you got a lot of things that are going to happen in this last 2:19.
Yeah, we got possession error going toward Coastal. 3-point game. Both of these teams have been in some close games this year, like you pointed out earlier, partner, especially Coastal. They found ways at the end to win. Not all the 5-game win streak games have been close, but when you've got really tough-minded scoring guards, never really out of it.
South Alabama as a team shooting 39%, Coastal shooting 30%. And all that's out the window in this last 2+ minutes. Harris driving, splitting defenders. Lewis June. The Jags now starting to run that clock down a little bit, under 2. Shot clock in single digits. Scoop, step back 3.
Hard.
That's a tough shot. Misses it. And now a chance for Coastal. Beadle has scored the last 5. And now defended at the bucket. Not there. Battle for the board. And it goes off of South Alabama. Coastal basketball.
And it affects everything. The pace of Beadle getting to the rim and the bigs running open up an offensive rebound opportunity. Second chance for the Chanticleers.
We're inside to the big man, Peat, who get it outside. Now Beadle thought about that long 3. Double teamed, he's got Big Olsen in front of him, and now turns it over. Randy Brady cut him off on the baseline, and Hans Lewis June able to get the loose basketball. Got to get it across half court here, and Hondo fouled by A.J. Dantzler. Only the 5th team foul, so we're not in any way, shape, or form ready for a 1-and-1 at this point.
And to that point, partner, with 1:22 to go and a 1-possession game, there's no need for Coastal to foul. Only trailing 3 here. Continue to guard, try to get a stop. And then after this possession, with a minute to go, the game will start figuring out what the strategy will be.
Jags haven't scored in the last 2:50. And that trend will continue as Chase Harris leaves it short. Chance to tie it here. Dantzler does. A.J. Dantzler from three-point range. 8-0 run by Coastal Carolina. Ties it at 48.
Starting with the three-pointer of Beetle. The rest of the possessions have been transition-related. Push it and get what you want. That's what Coach Gray wants, and that's what they've found in this 8-0 run.
So 1 minute, 6 seconds to go. We talked about Coastal Carolina winning close games. They've won a bunch of them. In this 5-game win streak, 4 of those have been single-digit wins. The only one that wasn't was their last one against Southern Mississippi. But South Alabama, we call them the Cardiac Jags throughout this season too. They've won a lot of close games as well.
They have, and it's come down to, you know, tough. Who's tougher at the end? And what I mean by that is who gets the rebounds, who gets the loose ball, 50-50 balls that are just bouncing around, who can make free throws, who can play without fouling and finish possession and get the right block out. All those little plays matter. But right now, 2 things matter for South. You got to get back in transition. You got to keep Coastal off the boards. And we said it earlier, partner, who would have thought it could be the first team to 50 win?
Very well could be. So Hans Lewis June, 94 feet away, as Chase Harris will bring it up himself as we hit the 1 minute mark.
Also anxious to see, based on time, if the Chanticleers will try to go with a 2-for-1 possession here when they get it back.
Brady gets it to Olsen. Oh, jumper is good. Adam Olsen, 50-48, South.
So patient. So you go 2-for-1 here.
Doesn't look like it. As now the crowd comes to their feet. They'll fire the long 3. No good on the roll, and Adam Olsen gets it. Reggie Hill was there, but that extra bounce on the rim is what caused it to get out of there. Timeout, South Alabama.
And I like the timeout by Coach Riley there. Even though it is your last one, trying to make sure you get something set up and get the ball into a free throw shooter to get it up to a 2-possession game.
So what do you do here? South Alabama, you've got a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so you got to fire one up. And you're talking about the foul situation. Neither team is anywhere near a 1-and-1 at this point.
No, you've got 5 team fouls. I think 1 to give for Coastal. So they're going to go for a steal here. And you've got to be conscious to protect the basketball if you are South. This will be a very physical inbound play because, if I'm not mistaken, the ball will be inbound over on the side, which will make it a little bit difficult. But probably see a trap here. Might see even possibly try to get a 10-second call if you're Coastal. And then when the ball gets into the front court, after maybe an immediate trap coming out of 1 pass, probably a foul at around 15 seconds to go.
But you see that foul situation. Coastal has 5, South has 4. And the Jags out of timeouts. Coastal has 1 to play with.
And possession arrow, always pay attention to what it is, young kids. You never know when you'll get in this situation to where you're on the floor holding the ball. Jags with no timeouts. Coastal with 1.
Well, the officials have been huddled over by the monitor for a while here. This has been a long time out. I don't know if they were indeed looking at something, but we've received no indication of that.
Probably a time issue, whether it be the actual game clock or a shot clock. It seems like it might have taken a little longer than 6 seconds there in the backcourt. Want to make sure they get that right so there's not an advantage either way as the ball comes in a 1-possession game.
So the Jags coming off a 7-point win at James Madison. Coastal coming off an 85-67 obliteration of Southern Mississippi. But what's at stake for Coastal Carolina is their 5-game win streak. It boosted them to 6-4 in conference play. Meantime, South Alabama, last time at home, they lost on a very late shot by Louisiana, lost 59-56 on a long three with about 1 second to play.
Similar game.
Very similar.
Up and down for the Jags. There have been some glimpses. This second half, though, the Jags have really guarded. I mean, actually, the whole game, they only gave up 24 points in the first half, 24 in the second half as well. And looks like the clock is going to be exactly where we thought it was. So I had no problem with the officials checking that to make sure.
No, they've done a good job tonight. So 26.4 to go. Coastal will face guard.
And cannot run the end line.
They'll get it to J.J. Wheat, fouled immediately by Rasheed Jones. So that's the foul to give. Next time, the Jags will go to the free throw line. And as a team, South Alabama shooting 67% on the season. Tonight, they're shooting 50%. They're 3 for 6. Now there's some pushing and shoving on the other end of the court and some jawing as Tristan Thomas and Chase Harris were going at each other. And the officials and everybody kind of converging, and Richie Riley wanting an intentional foul.
He has a point.
Tristan Thompson.
The clock started when the ball came in, obviously on the last play.
So you look up at the top of your screen.
Well, that is a clear grab intentional. Now, I don't know if it was a dead ball. I mean, it is a dead ball, but I don't know if it's reviewable to call a foul on a grab that way. So the officials are talking it out now, and Coach Gray wants an explanation. And Coach Riley's making sure his guys are in exactly the right spots. But here, I think you're going to see the ball. You know, obviously, Harris is your point guard. He isn't the top free throw shooter on the team. Another key here, Brady cannot move. You've got the 6'9" peak in his face, long arms. It's going to be something coming to Brady. Probably not a run-out situation with all that length. Jags are going to want to get it into number 12, Olsen, or number 1, Cooper.
And you see that foul that was not called. So here we go. 25.6 to go. Shot clock is off now. So look for an immediate foul without the steal. They get it to Olsen. That's the guy you want to have the basketball. Adam Olsen, an 87% free throw shooter.
And Bill Beadle getting the most out of his foul. Coach Gray thought it was clean.
Well, teams will go to the bench. Was there a timeout called by Coastal? Or are we just conversing here? I haven't seen an official say that it was timeout Coastal Carolina.
I have not seen the timeout call either, but
we do know that Adam Olsen will go to the free throw line to shoot, at least for now, a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and that's who you want at the free throw line if you are the Jags. Even though he's had a tough night shooting the basketball overall, the second half he shot it really well. And for really, really good shooters, if you're missing shots from outside the arc or...
Previous play is under further review. It has been appealed for a flagrant foul by Coastal Carolina.
So that's what they're going to look at is, was it a flagrant foul or was it just a common foul? And that's going to be a big difference, because if it's a flagrant foul, you're looking at 2 shots and the basketball. If it's a common foul, you're looking at a 1-and-1. So you're talking of the night and day difference here.
Well, we were talking about Beadle getting the most out of the foul, and apparently it is being reviewed to see whether it was excessive contact. I'm guessing up around the head or neck area if the reach through contacted Olsen, and we may have a flagrant foul here where the Jags are shooting 2 and the ball and get the ball.
Well, that would be a game changer if that's the case.
But actually, if it's an away coach's challenge, then this may be from somewhere else, because Coach Gray is the one who challenged. So there's a play that the officials are looking at.
Unless the call was an intentional foul to begin with, which I didn't see that indication. But we'll let the officials sort it out here. And with 24.3 seconds on the clock. No shot clock to contend with the rest of the way, at least in regulation. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, some interesting, a lot of reviews here down the stretch.
So let's take a look at the play here. Olsen was fouled. It was contact, clearly, obviously, by Beetle, but was that enough to be called an intentional? It didn't look overly aggressive. I mean, it wasn't head or neck, but, I mean, it was a hard foul, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, can't really see if that initial forearm caught Olsen under the chin, maybe. And to your partner, if it was called a flagrant, then they could be reviewing it from the away side to try to overturn it and make it not a flagrant foul. So the officials are talking here. I'm sure we'll get a good explanation.
Yeah, I thought it was called a common foul. I may be wrong there. It may have been called an intentional. But looks like we do have an explanation coming your way. So Bart will put the headphones down for a second and take a look at what was called. And we do know Adam Olsen will go to the free throw line to shoot free throws. Now the question is, well, you see Adam Olsen, first of all, had the push off to the head and neck area. So what did the official tell you?
He said that the appeal, it will be 1-1, and so the challenge actually was from...
Was Olsen pushing off?
Correct.
Yes, that makes sense.
Was there an elbow on Olsen? And, you know, why not?
Yeah.
We knew that South couldn't challenge because they didn't have any left.
Right.
As we talked about earlier. So it was to see if Olsen might have used that elbow to protect himself. And
all right, so it's a 1-1 here, and he will get the bonus. The 87% free throw shooter nails the first, 51-48, and that should be no more timeouts for Coastal too.
It should be, but I don't necessarily mind that challenge. There was contact, but it wasn't excessive and it wasn't intentional.
So 52-48, now a whistle and a foul. Smart foul here by South Alabama because you've got fouls to give. In fact, you've got this one and one more before you send Coastal to the free throw line, so make it difficult on them.
And you see how frustrated it got Beetle there. He's ready to go attack. Everything's been going right for Coastal, and what does Richie Riley do? He gets in this 1-3-1 pressure to slow down the drives.
Yep, they're going to foul again. And the foul on Chase Harris. So now that's foul number 6 on South Alabama, I believe.
Yep. It is, and now you're going to try to play without fouling and staying in this 1-3-1 look with Olsen at the top. In this 1-3-1 look, South has to be able to rebound on this quick shot.
There's Hill for 3. That's way off the mark. Brady with the rebound. He's fouled, and South Alabama can sense the victory.
Wow.
Jags only scored 15 points in the first half. They've scored 37 here in the second. They've outscored the Chanticleers 37-24 in period number 2. And Randy Brady, it's already a 2-possession game. He'll try to make it a 6-point advantage.
South is completely in the second half just taking Coastal Carolina out of everything they like to do offensively in the half court and in transition, except for a couple of possessions. And now if you're the Jags, you watch this one go in and or miss. Up 5 with 10.7.
Get the heck out of the way.
Good. Yeah, no timeouts left. If Coastal does score, just advance the ball, throw it deep down the court. Game should be over.
Long 3, no good. Offensive board. Put back is no good. Brady with the rebound, and the clock hits 0, and that'll do it. So after a slugfest, or a slogfest maybe would be a better way to say it in the first